I was able to interview the game director, the creative director, and the producer on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and asked all your burning questions during my studio visit, so a ton to go over in this video. Let's immediately start with the most requested thing from the reveal: Hidden Blade combat. In the original, you could of course at any point switch to the hidden blades and use those weapons to counter and strike the enemy, which was very cool. But in Black Flag Resynced, we can only use two swords as a fighting option. The game does still incorporate those hidden blade takedowns to switch things up, but you cannot use them to parry or strike. Well, this might change. Let's hear what the game director had to say when I asked him about it.
I mean, what I can say is that, like the rest of AC, is that we always support our games. We're definitely always listening to what the fans have to say. We're all human. We read Reddit too and everything, and we watch YouTube and everything. I can't speak to anything specifically today because we just need to finish the game. But we'll see how things go for sure.
Okay, because it's same for unarmed combat. Of course, that's still in the game with the tavern missions and stuff. But we cannot unequip our weapons right now, right?
Correct.
So is that also something you guys are maybe looking at?
Again, stay tuned.
Okay.
But seriously, we can only commit to this, but we do want to obviously patch the game. We look at quality of life stuff, and then we'll see, based on reception.
So people that want that should not lose hope yet.
I also asked the creative director about this, and his answer was kind of similar, not ruling it out at all, but just saying that they're focused on launching the game right now. It seems that Ubisoft won't ship Black Flag Resynced and forget about it, but work on some updates as well. Which is not really crazy, as even Mirage, which was a DLC turned into a full game, got a pretty robust post-launch. Now obviously worth noting is that this does not confirm anything, we still have to wait for an official announcement, but it's at least a bit hopeful. Picking up weapons from enemies though, to use against them, which is not possible anymore in Black Flag Resynced, seems less of a priority from my understanding, so I would not expect it. Also in the original, you could get the throwing knife by disarming this particular enemy, and then you could use it against that target or a different target. A very cool secret, but the creative director confirmed to me that this is also not in Black Flag Resynced and likely won't come. One major change from the original to Resynced is that we won't have the very obvious sequences anymore with the special challenges to fully synchronize a mission. I really liked these challenges, as it also hinted at cool ways to take out a target that you maybe did not think of yourself, but Black Flag Resynced won't have those, and the reason they gave is that they want to make the game feel more seamless, without interruptions like a pause screen telling you how you did. This also means that replaying these sequences is not possible, and also here I got the idea that is probably not something they have at least planned right now. Mirage is the first post-Origins game where they did introduce a feature that let us replay missions with similar challenges, and producer Justin did confirm that they could talk to the Bordeaux team, but stressed that it wasn't something that they were planning to do. Although New Game Plus, that every one of the newer games starting with Origins got, except for Valhalla, could be in the cards.
And like New Game Plus, also something we do see in the newer games.
Yeah, so it's also something we cannot talk about just yet.
Okay.
Whereas right now, I think the focus on the team is really to ship the best game possible on launch day. So a lot of these additional features we are following, and we're just trying to focus on finishing first.
Yeah.
Like going through Black Flag, but with all the endgame unlocks that we can then use from the beginning, would be a very cool new way to experience the game that was not possible in the original. So let's hope we see New Game Plus. Fingers crossed, I think it's possible. Another thing we will very likely see is the ability to remove the blowpipe that is now visible at any point on our back. They heard this feedback loud and clear, so I also think a toggle in the settings is in the cards for the future. And interesting is that we also don't see the blowpipe on our back in the most recent footage they shared, but it could of course also be that this was before Sequence 4, so before we got the blowpipe. We know all the outfits from the original will return. I by the way asked if the awesome Mayan Isu armor will have a hood this time, and that is sadly not the case. I also asked about legacy outfits, I will touch on that in a second, because we also know there will be brand new outfits, some of which are through special editions or pre-order bonuses, And you can already earn 2 new legacy outfits by playing Shadows right now through the 2 crossover projects. I will leave a link to a video explaining how you can get them in the video description. And totally worth noting is that you can also wait for Black Flag Resynced to come out and then earn it by playing that game. Yes, there will be special anomalies in Black Flag Resynced, so these weekly missions as well. And from my interview, they seem to hint at the fact that some of the previous like social events will be these anomalies now. So taking out a special ship, looting a particular chest, or maybe even the White Whale. It will at least be a combination between ground and naval missions to earn the currency to unlock these items in the projects. The interesting thing is though that all the legacy outfits that were in the original will also be back, but in the original you got them by linking the older games to your Ubisoft account, which is not something that I think you can even do right now. I asked them directly how can we earn these rewards, but they would not say, so I would not be surprised if we get some Black Flag specific projects as well in the future that then will include these legacy outfits, so next to the 2 crossover projects that we now have with Shadows. And maybe these include some future pets as well, so right now we only have 2 pets at launch, a cat and a monkey that will appear on your ship, but also in your hideout and other places.
Yeah, and you get like a cat and a monkey, I think.
Yeah.
Are there like more?
There are definitely more variations of those for sure.
Okay. And like other pet, like a parrot or something?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see what the future brings on that. But yeah, we can commit to is right now is the cat and the monkey.
Like we know, there will be naval packs that have a slightly different look for the cat, so I'm sure there will be more naval helix packs, but let's hope they don't lock completely new pets behind a paywall. Although they likely got the Skull and Bones data that shows that these pets do sell. Again, let's hope that we can at least get a regular version through playing, through projects. The regular cat and monkey will be unlocked through just following the main story, and then you get like a clue, hey, if you go here you can get these pets. So they can just be earned in the game. In an art book tease, we also saw a very cool black outfit, and I would be shocked if that was not earnable. Probably a reward for one of the new endgame missions. And we kind of see an out of place outfit too, which is likely from one of the probably couple of helix packs that will be available at launch. Mirage had a couple of them too, so I totally expect Black Flag Resynced will follow suit. Yes, it's completely out of place, but Ubisoft would not continue with these if they would not sell. And a fun fact, by the way, Edward's outfit will change in the Animus hub menu depending on what you are wearing in the game, so similar to how it works with Shadows. Now there are still many questions though, because the Animus Fragments are still in the game, but it works different this time, and there won't be 200 to go after, thank God. In the original, you needed those for one of the Abstergo challenges that would then in the end let you unlock the Skeleton Crew. So I still think that this is in the game, although I could not 100% confirm it, but the unlock requirements are then going to be different, as there are no Abstergo challenges and cheats in the game anymore. We do know that the 3 DLC islands will be part of Black Flag Resynced from the start, while they were added to the original post-launch, but they will be different.
So the content on those islands is different.
Okay.
I would say that those, without spoiling too much, the content on those islands are a little bit more important than it used to be.
So that is interesting, and the creative director also means by this that the rewards from these DLC islands is different compared to the original. We can still access them from like midway through the game, so it might be cool to check on them as soon as we can. Now, if you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them, or maybe I can ask them in the future if I get another chance to talk to Ubisoft about the game. Reminder that I'm still doing a deluxe edition giveaway. You can enter via the link in the pinned comment. Subscribe, leave a like, and I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.